capture, which is this, and then I go here, input capture 2. Does it work now? Is it working now? Oh, did I hear myself? Does it work now? But now I don't hear the game. So maybe if I turn the game audio up. This is the worst. This is the worst stream. I'm sorry, everyone. If anyone's watching the replay, skip the beginning. There is a delay between when this happens and when it plays on the stream, so I'm waiting for that to kick in. Okay, it's all working? Oh my god, it's working. I did it! It only took 2 hours, but I finally did it. I fixed the stream, everybody. We can play Crystal Beasts now. Oh, I'm so very tired, but you know what? Here we are today. We pulled through. So I wanted to talk a bit more about the deck that I'm running today. I'm glad that you three have found your ways back here. So, other possible Crystal Beast things, which someone can do. What I'm doing in the TCG now is Gamma Seal. Oh yeah, now I can play better than the first take. Hopefully, now that I'm feeling better. So what I'm on in the TCG right now, because we don't have Apollo, is I'm using Gamma Seal the Sea Turtle Kaiju, which actually has an effect over here. When your opponent literally just breathes, you can remove 2 Kaijus to negate and banish. I know, I need to sleep better, but also we've just got a lot of snow and the plows have been around, and then everyone was out with the snow blowers and such, so I didn't stand a chance. And I've got this dog who stays up and watches at 3 a.m. for when the deer walk by, and she barks at the deer, wakes everyone up. I did not stand a chance. So anyway, Gamma Seal is basically infinite negation when you use it alongside, if it's here, their lighthouse. Well, every time a card hits the graveyard, the field spell gets more counters on it. Do you ever use the Souls package? It turns 2 crystallized Crystal Beasts into draws. I wonder if I have Magician's Souls right here. No, but I think I tried using Magician's Souls before, and it just didn't really do much. Like, yes, theoretically it can turn 2 crystals into draws, but I mean, do we want to try it? Let's try Magician's Souls today. Oh boy. We'll do it. So Gamma Seal is one thing that I am not using today. I like using it also with Ancient Fairy Dragon. Terraforming, more Foolish Burial's good, but we don't have that in Master Duel. So, it's gonna be Magician's Souls, I guess. We'll try some of these, and we gotta get this friend. Nope, that was the wrong. Also, Unbrick Salvation, yeah. You know what? I will try it for you. Do we want to use another Illusion of Chaos? Or is that kind of useless? I'll start with this for now. On these streams, I like to throw in whatever people suggest, and then by the end of the stream, we have created a true monstrosity. And Fluffle Enthusiast, you've always got the weird ideas. How's the balance of audio? Do I need to turn the game audio up or down? How are we sounding? Man, what a disaster the past 2 hours have been. No souls today, but... Oh, this is some full combo stuff right here. I get to discard Salvation, I get Negation, and a draw in its place. Let me turn game audio down just a little bit. We can do that. Hopefully without breaking anything. There, I turned the game audio down a little bit. Up against Centurion, but I think they don't have the turn skip, so I can probably manage. I've got... Helpfully, my laptop is right in front of the text for the cards. Summon, you get to search for... what? Any Centurion card, they probably went for this. This, like, crystallizes itself, and then you get a token. And send something to the graveyard. Alright, that moves back. I am just... Oh, and I've got Awakening with Rainbow Dragon right here already. And Sapphire. This is like the perfect hand. I hope. Let me move my monitor here so I can see things better. Okay, also speaking of weird ideas, if you can make a level 6 synchro, you can fuse Muddy Mud Dragon from field and Illusion of Chaos in hand into Dragon Master... Wait, really? I'm gonna have to check the text on that thing. It doesn't prevent fusion substitutes? That can't be right. Okay, I should also read what the opponent has here. Just end phase, get something back, please. I'm gonna synchro summon something. They've got one that sends the highest attack monster to the graveyard. But oh my god, Revolution Synchron? This really is the perfect hand. This could not be better. This... We're gonna do war crimes today. Alright, that's just going to... summon itself and search for a Centurion card, but that's going to be in the hand, and the opponent's not getting a second turn. Really? Level 6 synchro? Well, we don't have a way to make level 6 here. So now this searches, and this is synchro summon, so they'll make level 12. Oh, it's probably gonna be Crimson Dragon, and then they've got that thing that, like, negates everything the opponent has. But, so it banishes everything. That doesn't matter, because I'm going through the Azamina engine. I can bait that out. So that card uses a Synchro Summon. What does it do in the hand? Nothing. Alright. So even if this plays something that can banish the whole field, whatever thing they're pulling out, the Azamina card will keep it negated, and I get that for free. Red Supernova. Can't be destroyed by effect. Monster effect is activate or attack, banish, everything, but that's negated. And then, I'm going to get even more negation, because I've got Revolution Synchron, which can go into Crystal Wing or Herald of the Arclight. So everything here is just fine. This is Sinful Spoils and Crystal Beasts. Going off with, like, I can't believe, like, if I could pick my opening hand, it would probably be this. So now I just activate Deception, tribute that Diabell Star, and I will have all the protection. So that's going to just summon itself, but nothing else happens. I'm going to use each of those effects once per turn. So now I just play my Azamina, right? Okay. This is in the hand or graveyard, this comes back, but what does this do? Nothing. It just summons monsters, but they only get the emergency synchro summon once per turn there. Okay. And now also, because I got the Bellstar through Wanted Seeker of Sinful Spoils, and now I'm putting a Sinful Spoil in the graveyard, I get to draw. Fluffle Enthusiast, I will get to your other Blue Eyes thing, but first, I gotta run through this. So now I've got negation, so the red Supernova Dragon is in check. That will not be a threat. Especially because I get to take out their field spell now. Because I'm getting, well, an extra Crystal Beast, and also just the fabulous Valence World. There's nothing it can't do for me. Well, there are a few things it can't do, but this is a lifesaver against Centurion, and any other deck that needs a field spell. And now we get to see the Sapphire plus Revolution Synchron combo, which I think I showed off in my big Crystal Beast guide back in like March. Has it really been around for that long? Oh, and what does this do again? Nothing. So I'm going to use Valence World to push this back, and it's going to destroy the Centurion card behind it. And then we go into Power Tool Dragon, which is going to get me Golden Rules. And then Revolution Synchron is going to come back and tune with the Ruby that I'm about to summon off of this Rainbow. And this hand is a good example of why you should play 2 Rainbow Dragons, so that you don't lose Rainbow if you draw it. And this is also why you should keep Herald of the Arclight in your extra deck, so that you can bring out Ruby and get rid of it. Yes, hello, expletive. The stream crashed, and then I did some real soul searching and stress eating, and I fixed the stream. I figured out what the problem is. So now, because I pack Herald of the Arclight, I can get this Ruby out of the deck and then off the field. And still keep that Power Tool Dragon as material towards Saryuja's Skuldred. And now I have 2 Omni Negates, and then my combo. I like Crystal Beasts, and I'm going to do another combo on top of this. Because I've got 2 level 4s. And I've got so many crystals. Oh, and I've also got Valence World that lets me summon something from the back row. So, I'm going to pull out another Sapphire. And then I'll move that up, get another crystal off of it. I can also go for World Sea Dragon Zealantis. So this is game. In so many ways. And I still have an extra Awakening that I haven't used. To go into Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. Hold on, I got another text about appraising old trading cards, I think. For anyone who wasn't in the first part of the stream, I have can I combo off and show this at the same time? I have recently come into possession of some really neat old cards, like this complete Joey deck, and classic Pokemon cards. So I'm gonna make some content with these. So anytime you have 2 level 4s, Infernal Flame Banshee is getting you some extra combo pieces in hand, extra stuff to end on, and you still get right back to your 4 materials. So, dropping Saryuja here. Hold on, we got more comments. But first, oh hey, there's Magician's Souls, though I don't think we're gonna need it at this point. I'm keeping those 2 rainbow dragons. I'm going to drop the double rainbow at the end of this. I can also use Saryuja to summon another crystal beast. Hello, Ninja. We've had some technical issues for the past 2 hours, but they are now fixed. It's been a time. One nice thing about not using the Kaiju engine, I had to unlearn using Saryuja to get an extra monster out of the hand, because in a Kaiju build, if the normal summon's been used, then that Saryuja special summon has to be saved to get Gamma CL on the field. But now that I'm not using it, hey, I'm free to get more summons. So after this, I have 2 crystals left in the deck, which is just fine, because I can use World Sea Dragon Zealantis to get those crystals. And I still have 2 Omni Negates. I can't believe this opponent hasn't just, like, quit yet. Because there's no... Well, they're probably waiting for me to time out. I mentioned earlier how I went up against a Fiendsmith, Snake Eye, Azamina, Kashtara, whatever deck, Snake Eyes. Did I say that already? It had a lot of stuff in it. And they banished one of my Singleton crystals face down, so I couldn't get to Rainbow Dragon. Still slugging it out, but eventually their timer ran out, so they got an instant loss. And that is kind of what I am going for right now. I am going for that timeout at this rate. But basically done with the combo. I don't need to add the Draw 2 or the Snake Eyes Dragon or Colossus. Okay. Yeah, that was a lot of combos. I hope you learned something about Crystal Beasts from that duel. Alright, addressing some comments here. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon's a main material, so Mud Dragon can be used as a substitute. The other material is a Chaos Ritual. Wow, the only restriction is that Magia has to be fusion summoned. Wow. They made a fusion monster that dramatic and powerful, and didn't say that you have to use the required fusion materials. That's nuts. But the only way to make a level 6, I think. Well, okay, you could, like, summon Ash Blossom and use it with Ruby, Emerald, or Amethyst. But then that also means you're not doing Magician's Souls stuff, you're not getting the draws. What would be the point? I don't know. Something to think about. Another way that you can get to a level 6 is... Let me just look that thing up. If you use Hop Ear Squadron, which I have saved on here, Hop Ear Squadron is a synchro summon from the hand during the opponent's turn. It is a wind beast, so that makes it an alternate search target with Noble Knight's Shield Bearer, which is something I used in old versions of Sapphire Surprise. So... Oh, I hate typing on this. Ugh. I miss my touch screen. Okay. Muddy Mud Dragon. Is this a quick fusion? No, it is not. Okay, so you can't do all that on the opposing turn. Alright, Expletive says, I don't play TCG and don't know anything about it. How well does Crystal Beast play going second into Ryzeal or Malice? I don't know, I haven't done that yet. I've been using other decks. I've focused on using, for example, Mimigools. That's one, because I'm going to be making a Mimighoul guide, so I've been focusing on testing those. I've just gotten back to the Crystal Beasts after a bit of a hiatus, and now I've got this mess. Let's see, yeah, nobody has any idea what I'm doing with this stuff, but man, Ryzeal Detonator, basically stopping the opponent from using any continuous spells, equip spells, and field spells, that, like, I can't do anything against that. I just instantly lose. If well, not instantly, but, like, there's no good way to stop Detonator. You'd have to you'd have to draw the out, some board-breaking spells. Like saying, is there something you could use to counter Dark Ruler no more? Well, I think I'm having a lot more trouble against Dark Ruler no more now that I'm on a Kaiju build in TCG, because my field spell is the Kyoto Waterfront instead of Rainbow Ruins. I haven't been playing Rainbow Ruins in advanced format because Rainbow Ruins works best with Apollo negating the monsters. Rainbow Ruins negates the spells. If I use Rainbow Ruins now, then I'm not using the Kaiju, and that means I can't stop monster effects anymore. Unless you also use Nightmare Griffin, which I will have to cover as well. So Nightmare Griffin would stop monster effects on the field, and then you could still use Rainbow Ruins to stop spells and traps, but also try to prioritize searching for Crystal Miracle, and just sit on that Crystal Miracle to stop that board-breaking spell. And Crystal Miracle is more important also if you don't play Rainbow Ruins. So there's like the Rainbow Ruins stuff, and it can be Rainbow Ruins plus Apollo, or Rainbow Ruins plus Nightmare Griffin, or it's Kaiju and hope you have Crystal Miracle. You say you watch another Crystal Beast player, looks like that player in Master Duel starting to... Players in Master Duel are starting to negate or banish Ruby if they see it. Yeah, but that's not really much of a problem, because thanks to Snake Eyes Doom Dragon, we don't need specifically Ruby in order to make big combos anymore. Because you can make the Doom Dragon, and you can also, if you link summon Sheep first and then the Doomed Dragon underneath it, you also get to revive something from the graveyard. Yeah, I'll get back into another duel. But another thing, if anyone here is interested in Duel Links, like the KC Cup is going on in Duel Links, but as we know from Out of Characters, those online events are human rights violations. I'm not gonna try it. You know, you just get to stage 2, you get the gems, you peace out. So grinding through the KC Cup in Duel Links right now with Crystal Beasts, I have played 22 games so far, and I have won all of them. So if anybody wants to see Crystal Beasts winning 22 out of 22 games in Duel Links, wouldn't it be fun to do another Duel Links? Used Nightmare Griffin for a while in Yubel when Tempai came out, then switched to Mathmech until Fiendsmith came out. You can play Yubel in Crystal Beasts. That's something I forgot to mention so far. Because Nightmare Throne is a field spell which gets you to a monster that destroys Spirit of Yubel from the deck, which summons regular Yubel from the deck, and then you can either use that regular Yubel as material, or tribute it for Sinful Spoils, and then whatever you do with it, if you do something with it, then you can fuse Yubel from like anywhere with the Spirit of Yubel in the graveyard. You get Phantom of Yubel. Phantom of Yubel is a monster negate. And then you also have a field spell left over that you can, for example, destroy with Ancient Fairy Dragon. Go into your next field spell. And you can also add Dragon Ravine and Destrudo for more field spell shenanigans. And I am gonna have a bad time against another cash deck. The gacha has not been nice to you, huh? Building Crystal Beasts and Duel Links. Yeah, it has not been nice to me either. Literally, the last 5 cards, last 5 times I got to pull for cards in Duel Links, the card I've needed has been at the very bottom of the box, including main boxes. So I've been having an awful time. Ugh. I've been trying to finish a Salamangreat deck forever. Gale says, is this with the Horus engine? The deck that I'm playing currently does not use Horus, and I see that I have opened with Goods plus Salvation, which is normally an awesome opener here, but I'm not using Clockwork Knight in this build, because Foolish Burial Goods is limited here. And I just lost my Sinful Spoils engine, but hey look, I was about to draw Azamina Debtors for, what would that be, the 12th time? There's an Azamina card you want to draw, and one that you don't want to draw. I've drawn the bad one almost 12 times, without getting the good one even once. So, this could have been a great hand, but not in this build. Not in this build. And now I'm dealing with this. If I activate a monster effect, I lose a card face down. This anytime, the blah blah blah. And if, let me guess, they play Unicorn, so if I play a spell, I'm gonna lose my Rainbow Dragon. Yep. Right? No, the continuous spell is if they use a spell. If the opponent activates a monster effect, I'm screwed. This is real bad. Let's see if I can find a way out of this. If I can get Golden Rule going. Oh, great. Great. Oh, this is awful. This is awful. They got everything. Is a Rise Heart in this? I hope not. This is awful. This is so awful. What can I even do with Goods? This is so bad. I have a chance to bounce one of these, but it doesn't matter. So, does anyone see a way through this? I don't think I have anything I can do with Goods in this situation. If I destroy Ruby and bounce something, I don't have Golden Rule. This is bad. What do I do? Like, crash the Ruby? I think that's kind of the only thing I can do. This isn't good, but it's all I've got. Gotta stop the Unicorn. Right? That's my only chance of getting anything going. I might lose Crystal. Maybe they won't hit the right card. I have to avoid playing any Crystal Beasts in Singleton, so I can only use Ruby and Sapphire, and they've got Ash anyway. Oh, that was the worst. I have an extremely deep hatred of Kashtira and the way that it banishes face down. That, and like banishes from the X-ray, it's so unfair, and it feels awful to play against. Everything about Kashtira just feels awful. Oh, man. So I mentioned I've had some old card game stuff that's come my way. Apparently, that also includes Dungeon Dice Monsters. So we might have some Dungeon Dice Monsters content on this channel. Oh, wow. Wow. I will have to look into that. Alright, here we go. Finally, I draw Deception. But it doesn't really matter because it's alongside Diabellstar. Let me think. I don't have anything that'll actually do stuff. I only have protection right now. I'm gonna want a way that I can get to a draw. No. Let me think a bit. Tribute to add an Azamina card. And then I'll have to get Poster and Deception into the graveyard together to get a draw. Which means I think I can do it. No, because Diabellstar sets... No, this can set... Okay, I got it. This is gonna be weird. I'm really gambling here. Game audio is a bit loud. Okay. Turn the game audio down. Let me know how it sounds now. Okay, I figured out the way through this hand. Use the Emerald to get Azamina Debtors. Then Diabellstar will send Deception of the Sinful Spoils to the graveyard. And search for Seeker of Sinful Spoils, which I cannot play right now. Summon Murcielago. That's not going to... Oh... I don't get my draw now. I was pulling off this master plan to get 2 Sinful Spoils in the graveyard while only activating 1. And now that means I have no Sinful Spoils for Azamina Debtors. Oh, this... This stream has taken a turn for the worst. Oh, but at least Deception does come back. Maybe if I survive another turn. I wish I was playing Dungeon Dice Monsters now. Ugh. Yeah, we do not have room for Murcielago in this build at all. Anyway, let me see. It is a Dungeon Dice Monsters starter set. Is that worth anything? Can we play with that? It's a Blue Eyes deck. Am I really about to get clapped by this Blue Eyes deck? I've been getting some weird hands on this stream today. Oh, and she's been sent to the graveyard, so I can summon her now. And that'll search for Wanted. I could get a draw on the next turn. Okay. I'm probably not going to need 2 of these. Wait, does that send as an effect? Yes, it sends as an effect. So, if I chain Spell or Trap to Diabellstar, then I get to use that, and then she sends it on Resolution. So I still get to Call by the Grave. Oh great, now the game is not telling me which Called by the Grave is which. Oh, there we go. Alright. I should have played her in defense position, huh? What a weird game. But hey. Now I get my fusion on the next turn, and I get a draw. This is weird. This is so weird. I could also use Seeker of Sinful Spoils to draw, and then get another Diabellstar. But then I would be sending Deception, although Deception is not doing anything anymore. So I think I would rather just keep an extra card in hand and draw a brick. Although it won't be a brick if I draw Awakening or Rainbow Bridge. Oh wait, I can also send this on Resolution for Azamina Debtors. But do I want to keep an extra card in the back row? I think, yeah. I do want to keep an extra card in the back row, particularly in this build where we just threw in Magician's Souls, so we can make use of spare spells. So here is Elias Sylvia, sending this to the graveyard. And I will put her over here in the sheep zone. Blue Eyes is the natural enemy of level 7 Dark Spellcasters with 2,500 attack. Ooh. So yeah, I might... Wait. No, I messed up again. I was trying to get Deception in the graveyard. Wait, no, it doesn't matter. I mean, hey, here it is. I think the opponent has some kind of hand trap if they are hitting Ilia Sylvia early before she tributes its cost. So all I've got here is just one more draw. My grand scheme, will it pay off? All of this has been for one draw. It's Sapphire Pegasus. Let's go. Hello, Frank, Crystal Beast. Here we are. We have had some very strange hands. Do I have anything in the graveyard for a sheep to revive? Not really, so I think I might just go SP Colossus. Or can I not go Colossus because I don't have a banished monster? But I want to hold on to my negation. I'm not gonna need Colossus at this point. Talk about a destiny draw, yeah. So, you know, there are also just so many good cards in Crystal Beasts. There are so many cards that can get me out of a situation, and if I haven't drawn them yet, then it's gonna happen for me eventually. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 summons, but they don't have a rock. So I'm not sure what that early infinite impermanence was for. But hey, in terms of just this turn anyway, that impermanence was being checked by the Sylvia anyway, so it wouldn't have stopped what I'm doing right now, which is SP to get rid of that blue eyes. And also have a little bit of follow-up. I could go into sheep, but no, that wouldn't help. I think the play here is to just go for Colossus. Just a bit of a safe move. May I still have 2 more bits of negation to follow it all up. So I think this is fine. Clearly the opponent doesn't have much, so I don't need too much more gas. And there will always be next turn's draw. Right, I can't attack directly, because I used SP. Still have not drawn the Magician Souls that we put in here. Hello, Guimath. I probably didn't pronounce that right. We getting a bunch of new people now? Great, I've been at this stream for like 3.5 hours now. But, you know, this is the second iteration of the stream where we don't have so many issues. Alright, White Stone of Legend, Reborn the Monster, what is it taking? I mean, it's gonna have to be Diabell Star. Do I negate that? I mean, if I don't, it attacks over Ilia Sylvia anyway. So yeah, I have to use this now. Hey, even if this went into the new Blue Eyes Link 1, I think I would still have this. By the way, has anyone gotten the new Blue Eyes deck? I made a trip by Target on release day, but they didn't have it out. That was sad. That was a very unsuccessful Target run. Did I rank up? Oh hey, I ranked up. Now that we're out of gold, we won't get the good duels anymore. Now we'll get the bad players. Let me just check what's going on here with my Master Duels. How's everybody doing? I want to hear if anyone's gotten that Blue Eyes deck, because it's real cool. It's not the right way, but it's okay, nobody gets it right. Ah! I mean, I used to at least think I was good at pronouncing things. But now, like, I don't know what language it's supposed to be when I got an international audience here. And one thing I am hoping to get from Master Duel pretty soon is 20 more ranks, and we get Ruby. This was quite a surprise. It's kind of like, it's very like, ready to go. A creature from Legends whose spirit resides in a card. Energy emanates from the gem on its tail. Oh, the Crystal Beast struggle is real, but in the anthology mode, it's a powerhouse. Is it? Because I had a bit of bad luck with Crystal Beasts here, and so I switched to a Salamangrate deck. Because the thing is, we lose like all of our engines. And there are other decks that are still running at more or less full power, and especially the Exodia stuff is a really tough matchup for Crystal Beasts. Especially when we don't have our external help. There's no Diabell Star, and do we still have Revolution Synchron? I don't know, but we don't have things like Saryuja. We don't have things to link into. It was rough. I had to take like everything out of my deck. We don't have the Nemesis engine, which I love so much. Expletive says, physical card games are just too expensive for me personally, and scalpers treating them as get-rich-quick schemes really soured me on physical. Yeah, I've heard a lot about Pokemon dealing with that right now. I don't play the Pokemon card game, but will be pretty soon. I keep showing this off, but like, oh boy. Are you gonna add in Clockwork Knight? You know what? See, the main use of Clockwork Knight in my advanced format build, like the reason why I started using it, was because Clockwork Knight gets you out of bricking on goods and salvation. But in Master Duel, you're far less likely to brick on goods because there's only one copy. However, now that we're using Magician's Souls and the Diabell Star stuff, which also discards, it's a 59 card deck so far. You know what? Why not throw in one more brick? Let's do it. Where is my Clockwork Knight? It's not here. That's what these streams are about, throwing in all the fun cards as we go. Alright. Alright, so you say you can play Conclave Control and the trap that cheats out the fusion, clean up turn 3. Do we want to try it? I thought I had a Crystal Beast anthology deck saved on here. Just this one. Okay. Maybe we'll do that. I will copy this so you can see how much of a hit we take. Copy deck. Alright. So playing the Pokemon card game is not that expensive, honestly, but collecting them, that's a different story. Is Pokemon really a budget game? Because I know you have to rebuild decks. They've got a pretty strict rotation, I think. I got into it once with the League Battle decks, like Charizard and Zekrom stuff. What am I doing? Having a brain fart, trying to do 3 things at once here. So I will edit this, change the list to Anthology. Yeah, so we lose Nemesis and Diabell Star. That all hurts. But then what do you do against Exodia? You can't Conclave control your way through Exodia. So I've just been playing Salamangrate because it plays through everything and has most of its cards. Although Salamangrate does get a lot of limits in this event. Then, like, what do I do with my extra deck? So I was pulling up related cards. Could probably use more Crystal Beasts now. But we don't have Nemesis. Valor and Impermanence for Exodia. Maybe... Let's see, well, more of these because why not? More of this stuff, why not? Maybe, do we still play Salvation? Do we need another card for it? And you want to run? Well, we're going to need, if we're doing Conclave Control stuff, we're going to need more of these. We're going to play an Ultimate Crystal Magic, but people are going to... Nobody's going to attack into that. Surely. Why can't I just press B to get out of related cards? Why do I have to scroll all the way back on top? To the top. Anyway. Okay, Valors. We still have Revolution Synchron, but I need a level 4. Right, and I was playing Cupid Pitch. I made a real weird deck, and I think I generated a somewhat spicy card for it, only to switch off of that deck immediately. This is gonna take too long, though. Right, I was playing the Utopia package to go into the rank 5 that gets 2 negates on it. People really do attack into it? Oh boy. I mean, this was just too much effort for me when I could instead just play Salamangreat. But then I was playing Salamangreat really poorly. I feel like this is kind of boring. I don't know, we'll think about it. Think about it, but go back to some of these ladder duels for a while. I don't want to bore people with deck building. I'm gonna try one more of this. Okay, so Santa Claus was your answer to Exodia. Are the Kaiju banned? So you started with the recent Charizard EX League deck. And you built your first competitive deck for around $60. But then in Pokemon, don't you have to build more decks? And there are a lot of budget decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! I think... Like, if you just take the Sinful Spoil stuff out of the Crystal Beasts, now that Clockwork Knight has been reprinted, Revolution Synchron, everything's been reprinted. Pretty cheap. My Noble Knight deck is pretty cheap now, except that the Flame Sword Search spell has gone up because it didn't get reprinted. We are on... I have not seen ice barriers in a hot minute. These were everywhere a while ago. So this is the one that says discard to summon from the deck. I'll hit him with Max C. Right. I do need more draws than this hand will give me. Then you're just here for the stream, ran into my videos talking about Speed Duel, love the content. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, because Speed Duel doesn't get a lot of hits. And I gotta make more Speed Duel videos. Oh man. People are really asking for Kaiba's deck in Speed Duel. Oh. Oh man. If anyone wants to vent about how Battle City Finals treated Kaiba, I'm here for you. Also, Charizard EX League deck. I've heard something about Charizard EX being good. I think the League battle decks are really cool. I also have the Calyrex one. It's a water deck. But I don't know Gen 9 Pokemon. I still have not played Scarlet. I will be playing it soon. I'm not allowed to look at Pokemon because spoilers. Once per chain. Yeah, well, that's gonna special summon. So, hello, Joe. Welcome to the stream. Wish you were here. We only had 3 hours of, well, 2.5 hours of issues before this, so I didn't get any draws. Thanks for coming to watch me brick, because this cannot hit monsters in the extra zone, which means I have nothing. I have actually nothing. I have I set myself face down and end my turn, that's what I have. Yeah, League Battle decks are super cool. Joe, did you know that there's a Charizard EX League Battle deck? Is that what you meant when you said that you played with the Charizard deck once? And Joe, Joe, also, I've got a Dungeon Dice Monsters set coming my way, in addition to the old Pokemans, like Misty. So get ready to duel. And Freezing Chains of the Ice Barrier. Right, opponent activated a card. What does it do? Special summon? Okay, I'm gonna die anyway. And you mentioned Ninja. Yes, Ninja's another very cheap deck. And it's fun. Like, Ninja's a really fun deck. There's so much interaction. So if you want to build some budget Yu-Gi-Oh decks to have around and play with a friend, Ninja's gotta be up there. I might even make a video about that. Anyway, maybe this player also bricked? If I need this ruby in the monster zone, I can summon it. No, but then I can't get it back to the graveyard? No, I can. I'm thinking about using Nemesis Corridor with Revolution Synchron to get a Power Tool Dragon. I'm getting weird here. Cannot Tribute Summon. Oh no, they really found the most useless restriction they could put on here. Great, another brick. This is not my day. And this is gonna summon things when I special summon a monster. Oh wait, I have a banished monster. So this is a weird duel. Hey, I could normal summon Ash Blossom and get that synchro. Yeah, I don't know what's coming. I don't know if this matters. It's once per chain and twice per turn. Maybe it's the second Ice Barrier summon that gets you. But I have to make that second summon now. Actually, maybe I should have let that through. So then I could see what the opponent is summoning and put my monster in that zone. So I'm gonna do some weird stuff. I'm gonna get weird. This is gonna be very weird. Let's just put it here. Okay, you're a big Ninja fan, still loving it even if it's not the best. I mean, oh. Must discard or it's negated. When a monster effect resolves. Why am I in defense position now? 3 more Ice Barriers. They are unaffected by activated effects from the extra deck. So what I need to do, this is gonna get super weird. I think the play is to normal summon Revolution Synchron. Because then I can use Valence World to push back the General. So now my cards aren't negated. This is ridiculous. And now I can go into Power Tool Dragon and bring back the Revolution Synchron to make Herald of the Arclight to get the Ruby into the graveyard and get negation. And then I have my Golden Rule, and that's also going to get me to a Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, which makes the Awakening live. Yeah, bro summoned. We summon here. I am summoning, I am cooking, I am falling apart in real time because I'm running on 4 hours of sleep, and boy did the 2 hours of tech issues or however long it was really take it out of me. Power Tool, my beloved. Oh, I love Power Tool Dragons so much. So Crystal, and Crystal, and I'm not worried about anything the opponent could have. So I am good to go for the double Sapphire. I can go big here. Another thing I love about this is that I get to use Power Tool Dragon and Ancient Fairy Dragon in the same deck. Even on the same turn, just not in this build because Master Duel has hit so much field spell stuff, so I've taken the field spells out of here. Okay, we've got another idea. How about running Verde Neos Fusion as a way to make Rainbow Neos? Well, that would require 2 more slots out of the extra deck, and I just don't have that. Joe wonders which equip spell I'm oh. Yes, it's the same one every time. So now, Crack the Rainbow, I'm just going nuts. And the opponent no longer controls 3 Ice Barrier monsters, so Freezing Chains isn't going to do anything? True. And have I gone through Nemesis Flag yet? No. And so I will. This is just turning 2 Saryuja materials into 2 Saryuja materials. I'm not going to get to search for Corridor because I've already used it. But I will get to return a banished Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon to the deck. Maybe that'll matter. Actually, on second thought, that probably makes it harder to get 7 different Crystal Beasts banished. And I probably shouldn't have done that. Also, it's wasting time. But, you know, get a show off. Yes, you can summon Stardust Dragon with that Revolution Synchron. But it's definitely better to go for Herald of the Arclight or Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, because those are Crystal Rainbow themed and also negate rocks, which is what you need your Synchro to do. Thing you were saying about ninjas, like I know that my ninja deck is lousy, but you know, someone else's could be great. Yeah, I have everything I need here. I can use 3 stupid options to just make sure the opponent doesn't have anything. And just go into the ultimate. Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need that. I have 1, 2, 3 Crystal Beasts, 4. I need 5, 6, and 7. That means I need 3 summons, but I can go through Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. Get more things in the graveyard. I'm gonna have to get a lot of crystals in the graveyard. Because Snake Eyes Doom Dragon will only get 2 of them in there. I think I'm gonna go for Crystal Bond, just to assemble more crystals, and then I can go into World Sea Dragon Zealantis to resummon 2 Sapphires. So I've got game here. It's just a matter of playing it out. Oh boy, does it take time to play things out with Crystal Beasts. I'm gonna use the Saryuja summon. I could take a card off the field. That would be fine. No reason not to, right? So how do people feel about dungeon dice monsters? Joe, are you ready to play dungeon dice monsters? Are you ready to make a video on that? Can you handle it? I also wonder, can we play it? Or are we not going to have enough in a starter deck? Starter set? Playing on Switch was not helping out much. I don't know. I've played Master Duel on mobile. The touchscreen controls I find are a bit slower. Yeah, there we go. I like playing Switch handheld mode because then you can use controllers and the touchscreen depending on which would be faster for the action you're performing. But I guess also the Switch is slower. And it is certainly not 60 frames. I was blown away by how smoothly Master Duel ran on my phone. I also did get a new phone recently. Look at all the cameras it has. So if the field views on my recent videos have been looking better, like the view of the field, that's why, because I've got a better camera stick up there when I'm recording with my multiple camera angles, because I'm so ridiculous. Okay, we've got Magician's Souls, some crystals. Alright, you have the starter set for Dungeons and Dungeons and Dice Monsters, yes. Stopped at that because booster set figures and cards are expensive as heck. I mean, for resale or when it was like still on shelves. I wonder, can 2 people play with the starter set, or is it 1 player only? And now we've got White Forest stuff. About a week ago, I built a giant Diabellstar lore pile, and I've been just clicking through that until it starts to make sense. And man, do I really hate the design of these cards, honestly, because these White Forest Sinful Spoils decks throw so many cards around, and these cards all do so many things. So like having to play against this stuff for the first time, there's so many effects flying around, so much searching, so many cards being used from the graveyard. There's like no chance of learning what the opponent is doing. It's so confounding. And starter set is for 2 players, but you play on a reduced field size and you're kind of limited to monsters on the field. Let me see. I'll ask if we have any more Dungeon Dice monsters. Roll every opponent. That's banned word on my stream. Banned word. Not in this house. This is a good Christian household. We don't have drolls. Oops, I said the bad word. Oh. Alright, what's going on? I've been distracted by so many things right now. Stream, game, asking about Dungeon Dice monsters. We got Murciela Go, searching for Diabellstar to get to another Sinful Spoils. Hallowed Azamina, and they've got Azamina Elzette. And they got a Synchro in there. They get 4 back for free. It's, well, it's at least interesting for me to see what Sinful Spoils and White Forest is supposed to do, although that is a card which they do not have in the TCG. And wow, yeah, I was thinking, this deck's really good at making level 10 synchros, but doesn't have any options. It's boring. Expletive hasn't played against White Forest Azamina yet, because you've just been farming Exodia player. I mean, Joe said that he cruised through that event using the Exodia loner deck. I have been just misplaying Salamangrates because mentally I am stuck between classic old Salamangrate and new Salamangrate, and the anthology event makes my deck a fusion of both, so I forget what year it is and then I misplay. White Forest Azamina somehow feels worse to play against than Snake Eyes Formula Athlete? I'm gonna say that's what that stands for. Snake Eyes plus Formula Athlete. They play that, what's the one that banishes everything? Their walking macro? I have Formula Athlete deck, and someone in the chat in an old stream had all these ideas for spicing up a Formula Athlete deck. I have not gotten around to that. It was just too much big brain stuff for me. They are still going, and now they've got the toy box, which means they get 2 free spells to send for their White Forest effects, which also plus. Toy box is really, really insane with White Forest, and I am just patiently waiting to drop Dark Ruler no more, blast away their field, and set up my lockdown. Yeah, these White Forest decks are endless. Just before the stream, I think like maybe the last deck I played against was Snake Eyes, Fiendsmith, Azamina, Kashtara, and I won because they timed out. So I'm gonna hope I can time them out here, because this is a dumb game. Current meta is so combo heavy, it's frustrating to play since 3rd anniversary. Yeah, I'm surprised they've given us such a combo format to sell. Oh! After drawing the Azamina brick 12 times, finally, I draw the good card. But do I have much I can do? First, we zap everything here. Y'all have fun in the chat with Joe while I just beep this field. I gotta make some crystals, right? Now this, what could this be? What if I use up a couple of cards? Well, before doing anything, shouldn't I? And just use the Magician's Souls later for link material? As long as I can get some stuff going. This is gonna be tricky to break through. But if I've got protection here, this can at least get to Golden Rule. Right, and I'll have a crystal. I might just end up spending a bunch of crystals and hoping I got something. I gotta focus real hard. Some life points? Yeah, sure. You're gonna win in time. Azamina Debtors. Let's go. I may be able to use this to trigger sheep later on. This is tough. There is just one trap in the corner there next to the opponent's deck, which could be... Does anyone remember which one was the toy box card? Because I don't. Just gonna have to put a whole bunch of cards out there and hope that I draw well. Yeah, so they didn't just release Azamina and Fiendsmith, and they unbanned... Wait, did they unban Nightmare Mermaid? Not just Nightmare Goblin, the extra normal summon card, which I have in a different draft of Crystal Beasts. And Beatrice is still legal? Oh man, and Dragoon's here. Oh golly. Should I go for Golden Rule here? We'll get Ruby. I'll get 1, 2, 3 crystals total, but this will also get me 3 crystals in total. So I will leave Golden Rule for later. to get an extra normal summon. Oh my god. They used that ban card, that card that's banned in my house. Fam. It hurts. It hurts when I duel. I just can't. Did I have any way through that? Could I have played this better? Is there anything I could have done? I would have had to trigger that droll, or I would have had to trigger the heart bounce without triggering the droll. But the heart bounce was making a search. I would have had to like go into the battle phase and crash the topaz, but how was I supposed to know they would have the exact like 2 cards they needed to win this? I hate droll. Droll is a mean card that you shouldn't use against combo twinks. Very mean, very rude. And it's in Joe's opening hand every time he's here. So anyway, yeah, it's very bizarre how they've put out such a combo format at a time when the game's at a high profile. Master Duel was the same way at release. It was a terrible combo format with Adamancipator and Rytron, and there were no alternate formats to play. So, oh man, Master Duel must have turned off so many people when it released, and you can't recapture that kind of momentum. Alright, we've got a 14-card deck because, of course, when we rank up from gold, we stop finding all the good players. So let's focus on winning this duel. Now, I've drawn my field spells. So, Foolish Burial Goods is not going to send Salvation. Opponent has set 5, so I assume this is a Labyrinth deck and I die. I always assume the opponent has everything. Oh yeah. Yep, it's Labyrinth deck and I die. I also really hate Labyrinth, because this is another deck with so many effects happening in so many places, and like so many of their cards have 3 effects, and they also have similar names, similar pictures, similar stats, making them all very difficult to tell apart. So the only thing I can send here is gonna be my Clockwork Knight. That's not a card I want to be using here. Cannot activate monster effects in response to things, and I mean, I've got nothing. So yeah, I don't know how many games I've played against Labyrinth at this point, and I still can't tell you what they do. Yeah, that ends my turn. Solemn Warning, which I have not seen in ages. Now, we're not getting the fun duels anymore. Maybe I shouldn't have activated those Valence Worlds. Ugh. Yeah, oh boy, do I hate Labyrinth. You don't want to attack? But now they've got back their thing, which summons from the deck, right? I have nothing. Oh, this hurts. What a bad hand and a... Oy! Anyone else having fun? What are people doing for fun these days? What do we do? My weekend has just been Master Duel grinding and taxes. and not sleeping. He thinks he must be playing some kind of jank deck that plays Mirrorful. You really think that someone who plays Crystal Beasts would build a bad deck? Do you really think out there in the world there are people who use Crystal Beasts in suboptimal ways? Not on these streams where we throw in every fun card. Can we switch to Duel Links? Can we do a Duel Links stream? I might want to finish this with Duel Links to make me feel better. Because I am on a 22 out of 22 win streak in the KC Cup and Duel Links right now. So that'll make me feel better. Alright, do I die? Magician Souls? Let's find out. We're finally using the Magician Souls, and it's not gonna be enough. Oh! Magician Souls can send you a Bellstar. That's interesting. Now that thing's gonna draw a card if I lose something. I should probably hit the big girl. Also, nothing matters because special summon one Labyrinth monster from your deck. Oh, red reboot. Master Duel. That would be a fun card to activate against them. This card has too many words on it. Let's go here. Oh, my field spell's been destroyed. And when did they get their field spell? I didn't notice that happen. I'm very tired. In the graveyard, it's still gonna be the useless Clockwork Knight. Then Magician Souls. I don't think I'm gonna get enough crystals for Rainbow Ruins to matter. Come on, flip that impermanence. Do I need to switch to the Shino deck? Are we at that point in the stream when things go badly for me, so I switch to the bad deck and then I win? I might just do that. Oh, it's time. It's time. It's time for some ritual spirits. Oof. This is taking a turn. Oof. Ouch. This has not been a successful stream. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 losses? So I'm at a 55% win rate. This is the worst I've ever done on stream. Oh gosh. I literally had 90% win rate grinding up. Yes, I obsess over those numbers. Alright, it's time to renounce our gods and play the Shino Barons. This is what I'm doing. Nobody's here for this. I just do this for me. What am I running in this build? I put Yatagarasu in here for fun. I've got Necrolls of Unicorn in here. Alright, that's an option. What else do I have in this? I have a Breath of Acclamation in here. And Dogmatica Punishment. Sure, let's just send this to print. This is what we're doing. You have Yubel Fiendsmith built, but you haven't actually bothered how to do the full combo with Silveray, with Barudras and Apollo. Oh my god. Whoa. The combos never end. Have y'all seen those new Yummy cards? I am very, very worried about those Yummy cards. I could tell just from a first glance, reading those effects for the first time, any card in that theme is the full combo. And also, like, full Fiendsmith combo off of, like, 1 or 2 cards. I think the combo decks are getting real brain dead now. Like, everything now is a self-summoning Stratos. Ugh, and now I've got my Spirit deck against a Trap deck. Yikes. And this is not great. But do they need to activate their silly things? And where can I take this Chalice Sign? What would I discard for it? I may want to keep the Saravis in case they have impermanence. And I can't play Amano Iwato until I have done my incantation stuff. Well, I wonder if Aldazoa might be powerful against the level 12 Dogmatica card. Oh, you know, I don't need to keep Chalice Slime in the hand at all. I can just discard Chalice Slime and search for something that'll get a monster. So special summon Talismandra, and then I can get the Dogmatica monster that I need to complete the Calamity Ritual. And this does, yeah, reuse the fusion. And then fuse things from the extra deck, because that makes sense. You know, Amazonas gets to fuse from the extra deck, but they have to be Amazonas. Oh, great, yep. There is the Impermanence, and here is the Saravis. This is something you can also play in Crystal Beast, and if you happen to tribute Herald of the Arclight to negate something, Herald of the Arclight, oh my god. They had the double Impermanence. The boy's very tired today. I think I might do a little bit of Duel Links to wrap up this stream soon. I'm expecting more Neo stuff for the anniversary. Instead, you got OMG, yes, I love Sky Striker. My favorite plot twist is still that Ray is 12 or 13. My least favorite plot twist is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Players who say it doesn't matter. Cannot activate effects of monsters with greater than or equal to 2,000 attack. Well, that stinks. I think I can't do anything then. Because... really? Ugh. If I was using Crystal Beasts, I could bounce that with Heart. Instead, all I have is Fart. I do not have a way to out this, do I? Or I probably do. Maybe I do. We'll find out what's in this deck together. I'll summon Shinobaroness Shade Peacock, and she will search. Usage rate 0.001%. I can't believe this deck isn't more popular. I could beat over the other monsters. And do things return to the hand? No, because their effects will no longer activate after the opponent has lost life points. And this is reusable. But if I use Stars Aligned above the shrines, that just gets to things that have 2,000 attack. So I won't be able to do anything anyway. There's no way through this. Or is there? Because I think I have Dynamondo. Or did I not craft Dynamondo? I have possibly not crafted Dynamondo. Oh, here it is. Special summon target things, shuffle into the deck. Oh, and the attack value on this is 22, so I can't activate it. I could activate this and then go into SP, and then SP could banish this, but then I have nothing left. And they just fuse again on the next turn. So I have to do this, even though it's wrong. Oh well. I'm gonna go to Duel Links after this and see if I can get my 23rd consecutive win. Oh boy, this will be Sinful Links. I've got probably more cards for it than I did when I did the Duel Links stream. And I can't activate anything 11 or over, so that just ends my turn. And because the spirits cannot activate, they don't return to the hand. Right, so Expletive asks, how do ritual monsters work with reborn effects? Are there any special rules about being properly summoned like with extra deck monsters? Yes. Ritual monsters cannot be special summoned again unless the card has been properly ritual summoned first. And that restriction is just also, it's just a weird thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! But there may be no way around this. Well, Aratama can activate, but it's not wind, so I won't get a search at the end of the turn. But this does give me a way that I can... Wait. Oh my god. It gains 500 attack from my continuous spell, which puts it over the limit now. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm getting Yu-Gi'd so hard right now. This truly is the worst stream. Everything about it. Oof. Yeah, I hope y'all don't mind if I go back to Duel Links for a moment. I need to win. I need a win. This is the last day of the KC Cup, so I do have to grind a little more. Get back the gems that all these boxes are eating. Oh, someone mentioned a long time ago a comment about Duel Links boxes today. The Zodiac Loner gives you a board wipe, spell negate, monster send, but if you make Nightingale, and protect your field from the board wipe, and birds are too small for utilizing the graveyard. Awesome. Those little birds get around so much. And this requires a ritual monster. Oof. I mean, let's just go commit honorable Sudoku, right? This attack is not getting any damage through. Someone said something about Duel Links gotcha. Oh, I have this on top chat, not live chat? Has it not been showing me every comment? Oh, what? What just happened? I took some damage. Oh well. I wonder if there are some comments I missed because of that. Duel Links King of Games one. Oh. Oh boy. I mean... yeah, maybe. Yeah, finish me. Please. Oh, okay. I'm going to Duel Links. This is... oh, usually, when I'm having bad luck on stream, I switch to Shino and win. But not today, huh? Okay, has anyone else been keeping up with what goes on in Duel Links these days? it is still oops all Jaden. And a lot of Soul Burner, but I haven't been going up against Jaden all that often. Even though everything has to be built around his silly skill now. Alright. I think I should go get my mouse for this. Hold on. Okay. We're gonna play some Duel Links now. Because that's what I need. At the end of a long stream fraught with technical issues and bricks. Okay, so I'm gonna have to change some things about my setup here. Saw a meme about the arm dragon situation. Oh yeah. Yeah, Chaz has an arm dragon skill that still has you go through a very long combo to get to arm dragon level 10 thunder. Jaden's skill plays it for just a discard, and then you also get polymerization and super polymerization. So yeah, think for a moment here. I'm gonna have to unplug the capture card and set this up. And I'll have to plug my mic in. I was thinking here. How am I gonna switch things over? Okay, I'm gonna make the switch here. So, well, the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, right, done with that for now. And oh, yep, I'm gonna plug my mouse in. Alright, this is going to take a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. I have to get this HDMI cable. And bring it over here. To get this as a second screen. And change the setup to extend. Okay, I got my dual screen set up. I'm a real gamer now. So, KC Cup is going on in Duel Links right now. I almost said I'm a sane person, and so I'm not grinding it. But no, I'm not insane enough to grind. So, I have to add something, display capture, and set that to this. Hold on, and then if I turn this off, select a display to capture. There we go. That's the other screen here. Is the KC Cup Duel Links version of the Duelist Cup? Yes. And yes, you can get an invite to the World Championships if you submit yourself to human rights abuses. I'm happy for Out of Characters. That video did very well. So now I gotta start up Duel Links. And put it over here. Over here. And I wonder if I can do a different setup for this. You guys probably can't hear it right now. Can you hear the Duel Links? And then here's me, because everybody wants to see me. We can probably... What is it? Can we make this bigger? Can we expand this? Nope. Alright. Guys, what is this card? Is this Constructor, Battler, Big Roller? I think so. Darn. Okay, I'm pretty sure that, no, that's not a fun one. We can't. It's supposed to be sound in the passing. I can't. Okay. Let's. So I have to add another audio source here. Audio output capture. Wait, no. I need desktop audio, which is here. Put it here. And desktop audio. Alright, can you hear it now? You can hear it, it's quiet. Oh, it's loud. Is it still too loud? Let me know if it's still too loud. We got our dual fortune today. Is it still too loud? I'll turn it down more. And my mic has an echo. I am messing. How's this? Am I audible now? I am messing with so many audio inputs right now. Okay. Is all the audio good now? Ugh. Is it all good? Can we hear the game? Can we hear me? Or do I need to turn the game audio back up? It's good now. Okay. Let's turn the sound effects down a little bit. Okay. All right. Thank you for the feedback, everyone. Wait, did I get anything good from here? Okay, no. Okay, so we're going to go into the KC Cup, where you can see... Whoop, you can see how my wins have been going here. A lot of wins. It's all wins. It has been 22 wins out of 22 duels. What was a good one that I can show? Okay, I'll show you this to can't hear the game now. I want to show the replay. Hold on. I want to show a replay while I try to fix this. And to show you guys what's going on right now in the Duel Links. Replays are over here. This was a good duel. It'll show you. This is going to be good. Alright, this was against Star Seraphs. Crystal Beast tier 3. Well, according to some people who are wrong. Okay, I turned the game audio up a bit. So here we've got our Crystal Radiance skill. It does a lot. It puts extra copies of all the crystal beasts in the deck, and then all you have to do to use it is discard any 2 crystals from the hand or field. So I use Bond to get 2 crystals together and discard them to get Golden Rule and some traps. The skill will also send 2 more crystal beasts from the deck to the graveyard. So now I can use that Golden Rule with the ruby that's guaranteed to be in the graveyard. Bring up 2 sapphires, which will place 2 more crystals. At this point, I go for Abyss Dweller, and then crack the rainbow, and I just go for a level 3, and these will Exceed Summon. Just an ignition effect to destroy a spell or trap. Also got 2,800 defense, so we can sit on this. And I did not use Sapphire's effect to crystallize, so that I would have space to set 2 Conclaves. Now I activate the Conclave first, then Abyss Dweller once Conclave is live, in case the opponent tries to use Droplet and doesn't have a monster to send for it. I can bounce this to get it out of the way, so it still resolves. So this skill basically allows the opponent to play 2 Star Seraphs for free from the deck, and then another from their hand. And they use those to play Deltaros, which can't be responded to, and ends up destroying 3 cards. But that was not enough firepower to break through all of my Crystal Beasts, and so I had all of them together. Bottomless Trap Hole takes out one of the Rainbow Dragons, and then so next I was going to go for Crystal Promise to go for Nightmare Phoenix, and Nightmare Phoenix would discard the other Rainbow Dragon and destroy that. And because I did properly summon Rainbow Dragon, I wouldn't need it on the field anymore. I could use it from the graveyard to make the Overdrive. And now, hilariously, Effect Veiler on Overdrive. I allow it because Overdragon can eat the rainbow left in the graveyard to gain its attack points, and Overdragon attacks for game. So, yeah, that was just some Crystal Beasts in Duel Links. Did any of that make sense? It's okay if none of that made sense. I didn't quite get it myself. I'm also running Rainbow Life and Hallowed Life Barrier, one of each because I don't really know the difference between the two. Let me see. So these are for the OTKs. If I have to go first and I get like a lousy opening, or if it's up against Jaden, nothing can stop Jaden. Except for these traps, which just prevent him from getting any damage. So here we go. Will my Duel Links dueling luck continue? I have not had any other kind of Yu-Gi-Oh luck anywhere. Just the duels here. Oh, and it's Jaden. Please go second. Come on. Yes! Look at that current win streak. Oh, and I still have yet to see another Crystal Beast deck. And I got my crystals. The skill also gives me a free Conclave if I'm going second. I will probably use that to try to bounce one of their face down cards. And that's not Armed Dragon level 10 Thunder. Thunder is the one that can destroy during the opponent's turn, but not everyone's going to have that. Whereas everyone gets Armed Dragon level 10. So he summons Stratos, and he's going to grab what he does. Neos, sure. Discarded a warrior, and that'll negate an attack from the graveyard. So I'm going to use MST to pop a trap, and Conclave to hit the other one. That seems like a plan, and I've got Promise. I've got Firepower here. Let's go for it. Win number 23, come to me. Unless he's got Hallowed Life Barrier or something. Okay, that was a bluff, which means the other card is guaranteed to... Oh, wait. I don't get the Conclave. I need Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon in my hand. Oh wait, I still could have done that, actually. Oh well, there was a way. Let me just focus on the win here. I could have used the skill to search for Bond? No, because I would need to then get Bond off the field. So, send Ruby, and let's say this. And then I'll get Crystal Bond and Golden Rule. I think I can also manage to get rid of that card without needing to commit more to the board. Let's see. I bet I can get a little summon here, add something to my hand, and then crystallize. If I crystallize the Sapphire, that could end up with another card in the back row. I don't want that. Oh, you know what? I should have... If I had kept Cobalt in the deck, then I could be summoning Lightning Chidori here, and that would be great. But I don't need it, because the Nightmare Phoenix I'm about to summon also gets another Crystal Beast out of the hand, and we need that. Iona says you finally got one Crystal Conclave, at least. Now you need the second half of your deck. Hold on. I'm discarding. I think you can probably get Conclave from box chips. And that super polymerization does not matter at all. I think because Duel Links has box chips now, which let you get any card from old packs. And you can just grind those through events. And go ahead and get your Conclaves, your Rainbow Bridges. The tough thing to build... Oh, okay, you want to fuse just your own monsters. Alright. Well, now we go for the Golden Rule, right? So I can place Sapphire and... Do I want to place 2 Sapphires? I'm going to do this. I'm going to end up having to crystallize out of my hand, but I think that's okay. I'm also... Other things you have to play around are like DD Crow, and they've got the Rock in here now, Effect Veiler. So you always have to plan ahead, have more gas than you really need. So I now get the rainbow from my hand, and I'm going to have a rainbow on the field or graveyard, so I need to leave 1 Crystal Beast in the deck. And I need to make space on the board here. So I got to get rid of the Ruby. I need 2 open spaces, so I will not get 2 links out of Nightmare Phoenix. I'm making this just to clear the board. Opponent is thinking here. They might have a rock. That would not be good. But I'm going to get a summon. And bring out Rainbow Dragon. Am I running out of time? You don't get much time in Duel Links. Summon the Rainbow Dragon, but now they also have... Oh, the response they have is Necrogardna, so I don't have to worry about anything. Now, I gotta do some math here. If they block that, that's 200. That's game. I've got game here. But let's still go harder than we need to. Use the Sapphire on the field. So Sapphire, and I've got all the level 4s. Let's get the level 3s. Now, I'm not going to have the maximum attack here, huh? But that doesn't matter. Or will I? Yep, I got the 11,000. So... this is fine. think I can go for the attacks now. So do you think Konami's going to unban Delinquent Duo just so they can sell an alt-art version of the Live Twins on it? Oh man, the second half of that comment really sells it. And so that Konami can sell it. And there we go. 23 out of 23 wins. Alright, so that is Duel Links Crystal Beasts. It is just so much removal. Because you can go through... I've just got all these Xyz and Link options that remove cards, even Parallel Twister if I draw it. You just bombard the opponent with removal, and there's no way they can survive it. I want to show one of my coolest replays. I think I played through like 5 cards. This is a good one. If that's what I think it is. I think we'll end the stream after this replay. Yeah, I just want to show off how nutty these things are. Is that Jane? Did we just do this? Oh, I was only at 15. I just need the win. So this was Jaden going first. Yeah, so Mystical Space Typhoon takes out Warning Point, which basically bricks a monster that the opponent summons. So I went to Golden Rule. They had Cosmic Cyclone for the Golden Rule. But then I came back with Bond plus Promise, which is another Swarm. So summon the Ruby. It also moves up the Sapphire. We've got a face down card and a face up card. This is also not a hero, I believe. Oh, elemental hero, so they don't have Super Poly. They didn't set Super Poly. So Crackdown steals my Lightning Chidori, so I can't use its effect to hit a face-up card. So I go for Nightmare Phoenix, which is able to destroy Crackdown. I get my Chidori back, send their monster back to the deck, and because they used Cosmic Cyclone, that's game. So yeah, Duel Links is just... Duel Links feels, right now, like it's more high-powered than Master Duel. In ways. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna finish grinding the KC Cup, but till then, I've been at this for 4 hours. It's nice that we finally got the tech issues out of the way, but... I wouldn't put it past them, really. Yeah, to... Well, no. They would have to make a new card that does the same thing as Delinquent Duo, but has waifu art, so that you have to buy the new card. They wouldn't let you use your old Delinquent Duos. Yeah, the skill system does all kinds of ridiculous stuff. Like, this is what they look like now. All the skills, basically... They do 2 nutty things. They usually are like, you discard something. Oh, the craziest skill of all time, probably. Well, aside from Jaden, who gets you Armed Dragon level 10 Thunder plus Polymerization plus Super Polymerization, is Soulburner's new skill. Which you discard anything... And then you get to generate Salamangrate of Fire in your hand and Burning Shell, and you effectively get to use a 15-card extra deck. So you summon your Salamangrate of Fire, and if the opponent has something like Effect Veiler, you can use Burning Shell to instantly link it off and dodge that. So just the skill alone is a full combo with Raging Phoenix. Pyro Phoenix, so you can get Pyro Phoenix and Transcendence together. Basically for free. So you don't even need to run actual Salamangrate cards. You could run all staples and then just use the skill to create a Pyro Phoenix that you can reincarnate on the opponent's turn, destroying all of their cards. That's Duel Links. Yeah, it reads like a Fire Emblem skill. Ugh. Oh, Fire Emblem. I want to make a video that's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Players react to Fire Emblem skills, because Fire Emblem's at the point now where they have had to shrink down the text to get it so small it's illegible to get it to all fit on one screen. I heard there's skills that have 2 ridiculously strong abilities, but then everyone just plays it for the 3rd ability that's like 1 draw or something. I think it kind of used to be like that. Speed Duel Battle City Finals certainly has a whole bunch of cards. Like, almost every skill in that set has 3 effects on it. But, yeah, and there's, like, people playing Sky Strikers with this Raging Pendulum skill, which literally creates pendulum scales and gives you a bunch of pendulum monsters and, like, creates a free monster on the field for you. So they've got these skills that just create random materials out of nowhere for you. And then you just do whatever you will with it. This game is running on skills right now. It's some crazy stuff. I do appreciate how Crystal Beasts got their own crazy skill as well. Alright, well, I am very, very tired. This has been a day. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Maybe I should do another stream pretty soon to make up for how this one went. If anyone's got anything else to say before we log off, and oh boy, do I feel like playing a different card game right now, but also not Pokemon TCG Pocket. I'm having an awful time in Pokemon TCG Pocket. That is just coin flip simulator. And that's how I play Dynamist in Duel Links. Just use the skill for pendulum zones and nothing else. Right, Dynamist is in Duel Links, isn't it? You've got a lot of stuff in Duel Links. It's just advanced format again. Alright, yes, good night. Good night to everyone, even though it's not quite night yet, but it should be for me. I will try to sleep early tonight. Alright. Till next time, Yu-Gi-Oh!